Yeah, I mean, there's jumps out there that, scares the crap out of you. But, I mean, if you want to win, you want to do good, you got to do it. I know there's been some jumps that every lap I'm just going, man, come on, one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. And then, but you got to be able to focus, you got to be able to kind of, keep that fear out of you and, be able to, so you can do it every lap. And that's what it takes. If you want to be the best or win, you got to almost sometimes you got to do stuff you don't want to do. As you see, we got a rhythm section coming up. So you want to make the rhythm section, you want to be able to come in the corner smooth. You don't want to be coming in this corner sideways where you're going to have to screw up speed. And as you see, I hit the turn on where the turn begins. So then I can use the whole turn. I'm on the brakes until about right here. And then I hit my gear down. When my front wheel gets here, I start looking here to find out where I'm going to hit the jump. And now from here, I can see the jump where the high spot is and where the low spot is. And on 125, you want to hit the high spot because it's a far jump. So I'm on the gas here. And when I start exiting the corner, right when I start hitting, feeling the power to the end, I hit the next gear. When I'm coming up to the jump, I'm holding my breath. No. I'm committed right here. I'm committed. So right about, say, here on the jump, I start standing and lifting with the bike. And when I hit this jump right here, the bike is completely up into my chest, lifting up with the bike, legs, arms, so I can get over the jump. As you can see on the jump, there's a little bit of a high spot right in the middle. It doesn't take much. Sometimes it's only a few inches, a foot, a little steeper, whatever it is. Normally on a jump, you always want to find the low part. But on a jump that you're trying to lift, get as much air as you can to get over it, you want to find a little bit of a higher spot. And right here in the middle is the highest spot. Yeah, as all of you 80, 60, 125, 250F riders, if they're watching this video, know about some jumps that you can't get over. You're barely getting over it. And in this video, you'll watch myself coming over these jumps that I can barely get over on my 125, but I'm hitting them in the correct gear. I'm back on the bike a little bit, trying to compress that back end to get the bike to lift up the most. Right when that front end starts coming up, I'm lifting up with the bars, pulling it into my chest and pulling the bike up as high as I possibly can. So when I'm up in the air, I'll be up in the air as long as I can. I know that's different from the other things I've said, but these jumps are different. You got to try to get over them. And once you pull the bars into your chest and you're at about the peak height, you want to start pushing your bike, pushing the bars forward to level that bike out. As you can see, my feet are off the pegs. Bars are in my chest, and then you can see me push the bars forward and level that bike out to the landing.
jumps here are probably the scariest for the average rider and for the pros. When jumps like this, you kind of want to size them up, possibly, if you can without hurting yourself or landing too hard, is to jump a little bit past the takeoff ramp to see how far it is, and you know, that's probably the safest and best ways to size something up. So we're going to do it both ways, this way without jumping it, the next way with a little bit more gas, and sometimes that's all it takes is just a little bit more gas to get over these things. But I wouldn't recommend it until you are confident and comfortable with what you're doing. So right there you saw that I had to jump, let off the gas, get back on the gas, let off the gas, and get back on the gas again. So when you commit to jumps like this, you can take that second jump out and not having to let off the gas, and then you're on the gas all the way down the hill. There we go for the one. Woo! So I made one jump, and then, as you see, right when I was on the ground, I landed, and I was on the gas all the way down to into the corner.
Coming off this jump here, standing up, right when I'm coming into it, I'm standing up, and then I get into the bike. Come into the bike, and when I come up, I come back up with the bike. So the bike's squatting down, so am I. Bike's coming up, so am I. I'm going with the bike. And when the bike's coming up, then I lean my body forward to get the front end down, tap the back brake to get it more down, and then over the third one. So it's one movement. You know, everything's with the bike, never doing something the bike's not doing. When the bike's compressing, so are you. When the bike's extending, so are you. You're coming up with it. And the bike's going forward, so are you. You're coming over the bike. Tap the back brake, and with your weight, we'll bring the front end down over the third one. You want to compress the back suspension. You want to get that down so when it comes up, it'll get you more air, get you more lift. So you kind of want to sit more back here on the bike from the middle to the back, not up front. That'll get you more compression. So you're coming in here, sitting back here on the bike, off the jump, in the air. You're bringing your body forward to bring the front end down, maybe even tap the back brake to get it down more, to get it over the third one. So there is one technique, up, and then how it has a ramp like this, you kind of go with that as sitting on the bike. Come down, down, and then up, and you're coming up with the bike.